Welcome back, Officer Rice. We have a few questions concerning the night of homecoming. What happens if a parent allows a party with underage drinking in their household?
Well, there's a lot of things that can happen, and most of them are not good. You can have anything from people being assaulted to, of course, underage drinking. Anybody that does that could be charged with wrongful influence of a minor, or providing a house for underage consumption. They range from misdemeanors all the way up to felonies. If somebody got intoxicated at a party that you sanctioned and you knew about, or you provided the alcohol with, they jump in a motor vehicle and they crash and they kill someone or they kill themselves, then now you're looking at felonies. You're looking at manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, reckless homicide. It's endless of what could happen. And that's just the criminal aspect of it. There's also a civil component to it too. So if you have a child that's injured at a sanctioned party, you can actually sue somebody civilly and go after their property. You can go after damages. You can do quite a bit. So in this day and age, you should not have anything to do with having being aware of it, hosting it, or even sanctioning it, underage party at your house. If you're underage, then your parents are responsible for what you do. So whoever hosted the party would be legally on the hook for the charges for providing a house for underage consumption. So that would be the criminal component of it, and then the civil component would be from the parents could get sued. And another thing that a lot of people don't think about is, even though they might say, well, we have a small group of people, we have a little bit of alcohol, and we're going to close the blinds, we're not going to answer the doors, and everybody thinks everybody's safe. I've been on calls in situations where something bad happened, something unexpected, where somebody got hurt at one of these parties. They had to call the squad or the police to show up and get help. And it's just little things like that you can't plan for. Does it always happen? No, but do you really want to take that risk?
What is the punishment if a student is caught drinking?
Well, the punishment, we call it like the trifecta, and it just depends on, are you on school property when you're caught drinking? Are you an athlete when you get caught drinking? And did the police catch you drinking? So we'll just say if we catch somebody sitting at you could be sitting in a parking lot at Wycliffe or Greensview having a beer, and a police officer rolls up, and you're an athlete, and a police officer rolls up, sees you. So we call that the trifecta. You can have criminal charges from the police. You would have school sanctions. You would have, not athletic yet, but you'd have school sanctions like a possible suspension or some kind of classes you'd have to take for drug and alcohol. You would also have the citizenship violation through athletics. So that's all three.
Do safety concerns for students rise during the night of homecoming, and is that related to risk of sexual assault?
It does rise during homecoming. We also see another rise during prom. I'm working in every homecoming dance and in prom, and I've been there the last 4.5 years. So I've seen a group of people come in, get their pictures, and then they leave. And I've had people tell me they're going to cabins, they're going to a sanctioned party that I know that parents had set up. And the parents seem to think that if they take people's keys and they provide this place and nobody can leave, then everything's fine. It's just not the case. We're just kind of lucky that nothing really bad has happened thus far or has been reported. And by all means, if people are drinking and inhibitions come down, there's always a possibility somebody could be sexually assaulted. And I always tell girls and boys, protect yourselves, okay? Do not lose your faculties about yourself. Do not get to that point where you're going to find yourself in a position like that. Try to have people around you that got your back, so to speak. That they're not going to let you do something or go somewhere. If you get to one of these parties and somebody offers you a drink, and you just don't know what's in it. So I tell girls and guys, don't drink anything somebody just hands you, because it's dangerous. We want to take care of you guys. We want everybody to be happy and healthy.
Can an intoxicated student legally consent?
If any party has been drinking, there's always a question of, are you legally able to consent?
Yeah.
And there's wide ranges that cover that. And it's not going to be what you remember. It's not going to be remember what the other party remembers. There's going to be all kinds of people in the room, and each person in that room is going to have their own snapshot of what happened. So if something goes down and somebody's accused of something, our investigative unit will actually get involved, start getting a hold of social media, start getting a hold of everybody that was at the party and find out what snapshot they can contribute. And then once we put this puzzle together, we put it together and we present it to the city attorney, city prosecutor, and let them determine whether they want to file charges or whether they're going to defer. We look at the totality of the circumstances, and then, like I said, we put it in the prosecutor's hands.
Thank you for joining us on Kickin' It, Officer Rice.
Oh, you're welcome, and I'm glad to be back.